Okay ladies, so I am here for my 38-week update. Today I am 38 weeks and 5 days, and I am really hoping that this is the last update I do. I know I still technically have a little over a week till my due date, but really hoping that this is the last one that I do. So I have a lot to update you on, and I'm going to jump into it because I want to get as much out as possible if this is my last update. So as for symptoms, I'm noticing that Evelyn is having longer sleep and wake patterns, to where she sleeps longer during the day, but that when she's awake for hours at a time, and she's very active and moving a lot, and really just kind of, I feel like she feels like a real baby. Like right now she's kicking, and I just feel like she's ready to come out. She's pushing, she's trying to get out. I think she would like to come out. I'm doing everything I can to bribe her to get out. So, in the last probably 4 or 5 days, I've gained a ton of weight. Like out of the blue for no reason, I've completely swelled. Like my face is puffier, my hands, my arms, my legs are puffier. I've gained like 4 pounds in 4 or 5 days. And so, it's kind of scary. Like, I can feel it. I feel big and thick and puffier. Definitely a lot puffier. So I don't know what that's about, why you would swell in your last part of pregnancy, but she has dropped. And so I've noticed that I think I'm a little, in a way, up at the top, I'm a little more comfortable. Like I can bend over easier than I used to be able to. Bending over and picking things up isn't as bad. But definitely there's a lot of lower weight in my hips and in my pelvis and my uterus and my cervix, and there's just a lot of that heavy, feelings that she's just a lot lower. I have not been more hungry during the day. I haven't noticed that I am maybe a little bit more hungry in the last week. But I've noticed that I am hungry at night. Like I wake up in the middle of the night to pee and I'm hungry. And I hate eating at night. It's like the most unfun time to like be eating calories and trying to find food, when really you just want to go to bed. And so I've had to start keeping food like in my bedside table, like crackers and stuff, protein bars, just so I can like eat and like go back to bed and not have to go downstairs and make myself something. But that's been new. Just having that middle of the night hunger, and I don't like it. I hate eating in the middle of the night. It really bugs me. But if I don't and I lay in bed and I try to ignore it, it just gets worse and worse and worse, to where I know I'm not going to fall asleep if I don't eat. I have been having a lot of insomnia. I am waking up a lot early in the morning and having a hard time going back to bed. Each night's a little different. I'd say it's about like every other night. Some nights I sleep pretty good. Other nights I'm up at 4 in the morning and I cannot go back to bed. So that's really kind of discouraging when I know that I'm going to be having a baby soon and I need to be preparing my body and getting as much sleep as possible. My legs are heavy. I've been having this just really hard time picking my legs up to do things like getting in the truck or stepping up, you know, just walking up the stairs. Like anything that involves lifting my legs, they're heavy. They feel really heavy. And also I've been getting a lot of sciatic pain, which I do remember with my last pregnancy, getting like shoots of pain in kind of my upper leg hip, kind of in that crease, and it hurts. Like it buckles me over, and I'm like, I'll just like in wherever I'm at, in front of whoever, I'm in pain. It hurts. It feels like someone's taking some tendon in there and just like pulling it really tight. That's what it feels like. And it's only in my right leg. It's only ever in my right leg, but that's not fun. Sometimes just walking around and trying to do things, it gets so sore. I'm like, I gotta lay down. My leg is like acting up. I'm just going to throw this out there because it's a symptom that I had. I haven't mentioned it for a while, but I've had it through the whole pregnancy, is a stuffed up nose. I still have to use Afrin. I still have to use it at night. I have to use it a couple times throughout the day or I can't breathe. So my nose is just kind of always stuffy, not drippy or wet or anything like that, but stuffy. And I have not had bad back pain. Like, my back has actually been really good. The only time I suffer from back pain is at night. Sometimes when I'm sleeping and I'm flip-flopping back and forth, I'll get a really sore back. But like during the day, honestly, my back is not too bad. The biggest pain that I get is my hips, like my hip bones feel like they seize up and they're not moving, and they get really just like creaky, and like if I stop and I sit for a second and then I try to stand up and move, I don't move easily anymore, and my hips just get really stiff and sore, and I have to lay down and take breaks. Like, I have to actually lay down to just take the weight out of my hips because there's so much low hip weight. Anything else? So I went to my midwife yesterday and she checked me. I'm only 1 centimeter dilated, but I am a lot. She didn't tell me percentage of effacement, but I'm a lot more effaced. She said she can tell that my body is changing and getting more prepared, even from the last week when she stripped my membranes. And this time she said that I'm pretty sure what she said was that I went from a -4 station. The baby's head went from a -4 station and dropped to a -1 station, which that's like 3 inches drop. That's a lot. And so she was really impressed that she's dropped that much. So I guess within a week she's dropped 3 inches. So -1 station, that's like, she was actually really impressed. So she stripped my membranes again. The first time she stripped my membranes, I guess I didn't do an update on that. I don't think I did. I didn't. First time she stripped my membranes, it was really she was very gentle. She wasn't very invasive about it. And the only thing that I noticed, it didn't hurt at all. The only thing I noticed from it was the next day I lost a little bit of my mucus plug, which is just kind of a gelatin look. There was no blood. I had no bleeding, no anything, just kind of a couple little gelatin type stringy chunks. They were really chunky. Got really excited and then that stopped. So this time when she stripped my membrane, she said she was able to do a lot more. And it didn't hurt again, but for hours after that, I was really crampy. Like, I felt like somebody had kicked my cervix. Like, that's what it felt like. Someone had kicked my cervix and bruised it, and it kind of hurt, and I was crampy down there. Not menstrual crampy and not like fun labor crampy, just kind of like sore, bruised, crampy. And Evelyn woke up for somewhere in this, and she was awake yesterday for hours and hours and moving and active. But it's interesting because she does not ever keep me awake at night. When I lay down to go to bed, she lays down and goes to bed, lays down. She sleeps at night, so it's been really nice. I think I'm going to have a good sleeper at night because she's not a night baby. So anyway, so I got my membrane strip. That's what she told me. And then right after that, I went and got the reflexology done on my feet, where she rubbed the inside of my ankle. There's a spot that's supposed to be directly connected to your uterus. And so if you rub it, it can possibly put you into labor. So she did that. I was really excited. I was really hopeful all last night. I was feeling crampy and really hoping that at some point in the middle of the night, I'd wake up having contractions. Well, it didn't happen. I have not gone into labor. I did have a dream that my water broke, like a lot of gushing fluid, which my water has never broken on its own. I've always had it broken by the doctor. So I was really excited to wake up, like to have this dream and feel like it was done. And then, of course, I woke up and realized it was not a dream and I was not in labor. So, anyway, so since I have not been in labor all day and I've been really just hoping, I went out today and I bought some castor oil and I took some castor oil. So this is actually what got me into labor with my second daughter. She was born pretty much at 40 weeks. I took it at 40 weeks, so about a week later than I am now. But I found it. You can find this. I went to one store, they didn't have it. I went to a second store and they did have it. It's in the laxative section. It's a laxative basically, and I don't know how much you're supposed to take. You do research online, and there's all different amounts. And so I went with the definite upper dose, which was 3 tablespoons, which is kind of a lot. But I remember with my last daughter, I remember taking extra than I read I should take, and it worked. I totally went into labor. I think I took it at like 7 at night, and then I went into labor the next morning at like 2 in the morning. It does give you really bad diarrhea, but it was it's worth it. So I took it, and it's disgusting. I actually mixed it with a little bit of grape juice just to thin it out so I could gulp it quicker. It's gross, and honestly my stomach's feeling a little yucky right now. So I'm really hoping that this does something, because at this point I feel like I'm doing everything to get this baby out, and I feel like she's ready. I am very uncomfortable. It's really hard having 2 kids and bending over and trying to get everything done. I have been nesting. I've actually had a lot more energy. That's another symptom I should say. I've had a lot more energy, and I felt a lot better just getting things done. So I've been cleaning like crazy and just getting things done like crazy, organizing, just getting excited. I've gotten a lot done. So, okay, last thing I want to show you is my sister made me a really cute Evelyn journal. And she made me one for my first daughter, Adele, and she made me one for my second daughter. And so I was really begging her to make me one for my third daughter, because from the moment they came home from the hospital, I wrote in my girls' journals. I wrote about their whole birth experience, and I wrote to them about their growth and their development and my feelings towards them, and just anything that I wanted to write. And so I have been writing in these girls' journals. Really excited to have an Evelyn journal. I think it's so cute, and I'm really excited to write in it. And for any of you out there that have maybe, well, are having kids, or wherever you're at in your kid process, I really think that like having a journal to record these memories is so significant and sentimental. Like, these things have no monetary value to me. They are so, it's so precious to read back on my feelings as a mother and their birth and all these things. And so I'm really excited about that. So I just wanted to show you. And I will go ahead and do belly shot really quick. Oh, ladies, I am so sore. I just feel so huge. So here's my big belly. 38 weeks. No stretch marks. I've done it without any new stretch marks, without any stretch marks, without anything. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm about 41 inches right here still. So I am actually taking, really quick, my daughter's birthday is on the 25th. I'm technically due on the 27th, so their birthdays are going to be close. So we are doing a really simple birthday for her this year, and we're actually going to celebrate it tomorrow, assuming I don't go into labor. And we're just going to take her swimming, because that's really what she wants to do. And I have to get into a swimsuit, which I have not done in any of my pregnancies. Except for this pregnancy, I got into a swimsuit when I was like 25 weeks, I think, something like that. So I have to get into a swimsuit, and it does not fit. It's not maternity, it doesn't fit, it shows my belly. So I'm not looking forward to that tomorrow, so I just feel so big. But anyway, I did get my nails done. I got waxed. I went tanning. I got some of these nesting your body things that I mentioned last time, just getting my body ready to where I don't feel so unkept. Just I'm a little more put together. So anyway, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this up, and hopefully this is the last you hear from me, but I'll update you in a couple days if I don't go into labor. I'll do like a half-week update at this point. So, bye.